This is Tyler Cruzin, Haran Chithranja, and I'm Marty Tiss. We are Team 2, and this is our DP2 presentation. In this presentation, we'll be going over our project management, our research into intellectual properties, our concept generation process, our failure mode and effect analysis, and our economic analysis. Here is our modified Gantt chart. As you can see, we are actually behind in 3 of our tasks: the concept testing task, industrial design, and design for manufacturing. In order to complete the project by the deadline of December 6th, we will have to ramp up our process, our effectiveness in those tasks so we can make sure the project ends on time. In the design structure matrix, we have changed the relationship for our industrial design to become parallel with concept testing and product architecture. This is because we will be working on our concept testing and industrial design at the same time rather than sequentially. And here is Tyler to go over our research into intellectual properties.
So this is an example of one of the patents that we found in our intellectual property research. This is actually a patent for the head of a lacrosse stick, which while at first doesn't necessarily seem related, it is a vital part to our first station, which we require stopping the ping pong ball so they can receive a kick from the Arduino machine. And so this gave us the idea of using a cupping device with a pad at it that is much like that of a lacrosse stick to cushion the ping pong ball and allow it to be kicked. And so it gave us that idea to use that process while also giving us the limitation of that we can obviously not make it that is the exact same as the lacrosse stick. And so to talk about the concept generation is Haran.
So here are 3 designs for Station 1. So the plan for Station 1 is that the ball will come, the ping pong ball will enter through the entrance ramp, and then it will be stopped by a stopping mechanism, as Tyler mentioned, which will either be a cupping thing or either a wooden block. So the design that we chose is design 2, in which the stopping mechanism is a wooden block. So after the ball is stopped, we have our Arduino board that controls the servo motor, into which a wooden lever is attached. And basically, the Arduino board will help kick this, or help tell the wooden lever to kick the ball up the ramp. And the adjustability component of the station is the height of the ramp, in which the students will have to decide what height the ramp must be for the ball to successfully clear the ramp and proceed to our next 2 stations. So here are the designs for Station 2. So in Station 2, the main theme is Hooke's Law and essentially the force of a spring. And the design that we chose was design 4, in which the ping pong ball, after making its way up the ramp in Station 1, will drop down and will trigger, will create a triggering mechanism that will essentially decompress the spring, as this spring here, and when the spring is decompressed, it will shoot out a ping pong ball that is placed right next to the spring. And the adjustability component for the station is the different springs, and the students have to decide what spring is necessary for the ball to be given a certain initial velocity, as the spring constants will vary per spring. And for Station 3, the ball will now enter a loop-de-loop, in which this station will demonstrate the law of conservation of energy, as the initial velocity of the ball, the initial kinetic energy of the ball will be transformed into potential energy as it makes its way up the ramp, the loop. And when the ball reaches the top of the loop, the students will have to decide what height the loop must be for the ball to clear the loop, and they'll be given 3 different heights. And the design that we chose was design 3 because of its entrance and exit ramps, which will help guide the ball to properly complete the station. And now Tyler will talk about failure modes and effect analysis.
This is our FMEA, or failure modes and effects analysis chart. And in this we discuss the possible failures of each station and how to solve them. For Station 1, one of the possible failures is the stopping the ball before it's kicked, which was discussed in the intellectual property And if this is done, it could cause loss of function or erratic operation. And potential causes for this are the speed of the ball, the give of the cushion, or if the ball is made to bounce due to the holes in the pegboard. A possible failure of station 2 is the releasing of the spring, and if it's not correctly released, it could cause loss of function or erratic operation. And this could occur because of a faulty release mechanism or incorrect timing. And we said that this can be fixed by testing the velocities of the release, by testing it with the velocity of the ping pong ball varying with plus or minus 5%. And for station 3, possible failure is a chip in the loop-de-loop, and this would result in a poor appearance of the track and could cause erratic operation. This could happen due to improper use, or it could occur through the storage of the BRG machine. So to solve this, we are going to test the durability of different track materials. And to talk about the economic analysis is Haran.
So after conducting some economic analysis in DP1 and after gaining knowledge about different economic analysis during the design process, we created a 3-year financial plan for our investors. So in year 1, as you can see, all we'll be spending is development costs, as we'll have to continue developing our prototype until we have a proper working prototype. And after we have a final prototype, in year 2 we'll release a product into the market, in which we'll have to pay costs for our staff or our employees that will have to help facilitate the manufacturing of our product, and also a marketing team that will have to help advertise our product to the public and our target markets. And year 2 is when we're going to actually start generating some revenue, as we predict our BRG to be around $175 at a constant price. And for year 2, we project around 32 units to be sold per quarter. And in year 3, we project around 38 units to be sold per quarter as our product gets more attention from the public. And speaking of more attention, that means the marketing cost must increase, as we're going to have to expand our target markets, and also and if that happens, we have to also pay more to our employees who are helping with the manufacturing. And as you can see, the present worth for our project is projected to be around $1,594. So this is a positive value, which suggests that our project is profitable and worth pursuing. And now Tyler is here to conclude our presentation.
So in conclusion, in this presentation we talked about our continued work in project management and our continued work in economic analysis, as well as discussing the intellectual property research, our concept generation process, and our looking into the failure mode and effects analysis. And moving forward, we will continue with our economic analysis and our project management, as well as ramping up our prototyping. And with that concludes our presentation. Thank you very much for watching.